A 25-year-old private in the army has been jailed by Bulford military court after some sickening behaviour. 25-year-old Private Scott Whitaker was found guilty of bullying his 17-year-old fellow recruit and roommate by telling him he was going to sexually abuse him after strapping him to his bed. He is also said to have said that rape should be legalised, saying this in front of both male and female recruits. The two shared an accommodation room with 8 other recruits, and Private Whitaker's comments were heard to have begun almost immediately upon joining. Prosecuting Major James Evely said, almost immediately after the victim's posting on 4 different occasions, Private Whitaker made remarks that threatened sexual violence. This included him saying, "I'm going to strap you to the bed and rape you in your sleep, and I'm going to strap you down and bum you." The victim asked Private Whitaker to stop saying these things, but Private Whitaker ignored him. The victim was the youngest person in the section, and apparently nobody else endured this. The victim finally reported Whitaker. Whitaker obviously denied the allegations, but later owned up. Whitaker was jailed by Bulford military court, and upon sentencing him, Assistant Judge Advocate Jane England said, "This was not just having a laugh and was not just banter. These comments go so far beyond that. Safeguarding measures are in place against these kind of offences. Your behaviour ran a coach and horses through that, leaving a young recruit feeling vulnerable and uncomfortable. What you threatened to do was heinous. So heinous, in fact, that Whitaker was sentenced to just 140 days at the Military Corrective Training Centre in Colchester, Essex. However, Assistant Judge Advocate Jane England also stopped short of kicking this vile piece of shit out of the military altogether, which of course would have been a bit more appropriate than just 140 days in Colchester, especially as he couldn't be stripped of his rank any further than he already was.